What if I told you that you can learn how to overcome your panic attacks by watching UFC? While you are watching UFC, you're going to notice one very common trend. Fans always try to protect their favorite fighters from getting difficult fights. They prevent John Jones from getting fight with Tom Aspinall. They prevent Islam Makhachev to fight from Ilia Topuria. Similarly, in order to overcome your panic attacks, you need to protect your inner world of thoughts, feelings, and mental imagery from the external world, from the external three-dimensional world. Because if you allow the external three-dimensional world to impress certain feelings, impress certain mental imagery in your mind, in your deeper mind, in your subconscious mind, then you are going to attract more negative circumstances. Because if you're a person who is suffering from panic attacks currently, what I can guarantee is your state of mind is already bad. And yogis have been calling this physical reality as Maya, as illusion, because they know very well that if their state of mind is good, their physical reality is good. If their state of mind is bad, their physical reality certainly becomes bad. All the tragic circumstances start happening to them. This is the reason why they say that the physical reality is just an extension of their own mind. The universe that you perceive through your five senses is actually immaterial. It is completely mental and spiritual. So do not be fooled by the physical perception of this physical universe. It is actually not physical, it is actually non material. Please pay attention to this principle. Now, I did not know about this principle when I was 21 years of age. I am 26 now, but when I was 21, I was going through intense period of anxiety and panic attacks. Still, I did not know about this while living in Nepal. Nepal is a land of meditators. Nepal is a land of spiritual knowledge. It's a land of esoteric knowledge. But fortunately, I found a person who is considered to be a very dangerous person by the world. He had a spiritual commune in Oregon. He was rumored to be involved in bioterrorism. People called him mad. The governments of the world called him mad and radical. But through his madness, I found a truth that liberated me from my own madness, from my own anxiety and panic attacks. Now, by reading one of his book, I understood how powerful our imagination can be. And while researching this topic of imagination, I found other Western spiritual leaders like Neville Goddard and Joe Dispenza. So I have studied yoga, tantra, Eastern spirituality, Western mystics, Western spirituality, neuroscience, and I have combined all of these things into my three-step unique meditation process in order to upgrade your mental health, in order to change your state of mind, in order to protect your internal world of thoughts, feelings, and mental imagery from this external Maya, from this external illusion of your three-dimensional reality. What you must understand is if you can change the program that is present in your subconscious mind, which is basically you changing your state of mind, every atom of your physical reality must change as well. Your body is a part of your physical reality. So even your body, even your biology, even your genetics is influenced by the program that is present in your subconscious mind. So genes that are responsible for bad mental health and panic attacks, and genes that are responsible for good mental health is affected by the program that is present in the subconscious mind. So, if you want to turn off the genes that are bad, and if you want to turn on the genes that are good, then you have to stay till the end of this video. You do not have to spend countless amount of dollars or hours spending time on therapy sessions or buying anxiety pills. If you just understand this three-step meditation process, you can overcome your anxiety attacks, panic attacks overnight. And I'm not even exaggerating. So the three-step meditation process starts with a complete relaxation of your body, and you can achieve that through Yoga Nidra. What Yoga Nidra does, or people call it non-sleep deep rest these days, people like Andrew Huberman has popularized this Yoga Nidra as NSDR protocol. What Yoga Nidra does is you are going to rotate your awareness all over your body, and you're going to feel a certain level of relaxation in your body, and your brain is going to achieve a certain level of alertness. When you do Yoga Nidra meditation for 13 minutes, as I have linked down in the description box down below, there's a video on how to do Yoga Nidra. I have taught you. If you do Yoga Nidra meditation for about 13 minutes, your brain is going to produce beautiful, slow, coherent alpha waves and theta waves. Right now, when you're watching me through a phone or a tablet or a computer, your brain is producing beta waves. If you're super stressed on a particular problem in your life, when you're having an anxiety or panic attacks, your brain is producing high beta waves, which are not really good. So, do Yoga Nidra meditation, and this slow, coherent alpha waves is going to help you visualize things clearly. And slow, coherent theta waves is going to help your brain to become very suggestible to your visualization. When your brain is producing theta waves, the door between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind is wide open. When you visualize, you're using your conscious mind. And when there is theta waves, the door is open. So all the visualization will get impressed into the subconscious mind. You are changing the program in your subconscious mind. That will affect every atom of your physical reality. This is the reason why Neville Goddard said imagination creates reality. Now, after you do Yoga Nidra meditation, you're going to visualize an imaginary scenario where you're already the person that you desire to become, and you're already doing the things that you want to do. So start to visualize that you're already a calm, happy, relaxed, joyful, empowered version of yourself. Ask yourself questions like, what would I do in my world now that I have become this upgraded version of myself? Visualize that maybe you are going to go to social events and talk to people very confidently with your chest out. Maybe you're going to say to your friends and family, hey guys, you do not have to worry about me anymore. I am completely fine. I don't go to therapy sessions anymore. Maybe they are going to say to you, oh my God, you have become a completely different person. You're so peaceful and relaxed these days. Visualize that you're waking up in the morning and you have a big smile on your face, and you're just surprised that you do not have heart palpitation and sweating from your face anymore. Visualize that as you go to bed at night, you have a big smile on your face and you say to yourself, wow, I had an amazing day. What you have to do is visualize everything that signifies to your subconscious mind that you have now healed. You have now become a completely different person. You are now living your life from the point of being a completely healed person. And provide all the sensory vividness to your imaginary scenario. The things that you can see after you have become this amazing healed person, things that you can hear, things that you can smell, things that you can taste, things that you can touch. So, right now, if you're avoiding coffee and dating, start to date wonderful, beautiful, romantic partners in your imagination. If you're avoiding stimulating agents, drink coffee, smell coffee in your imaginary scenario. Touch your romantic partner's hair, kiss them, smell their perfume, hear them compliment you on how peaceful, on how relaxed, and how powerful of a human being you are. When you provide all this sensory vividness to your imaginary scenario becomes very strong, and Your brain is so objective that it cannot differentiate between an imagined scenario, which is provided with all the sensory vividness, and an experience that you have in this three-dimensional reality. So, your brain is going to create neural networks that reflect like all the imagined scenario is actually happening to you in real time. Now, what you have to do is the third step. Simple mental rehearsal of this imaginary scenario. When you mentally rehearse this imaginary scenario over and over and over and over and over again, this neural network that was formed becomes hard, set, and permanent. Now, these neural networks are going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. So, these chemicals are going to create feelings inside of your body. Now, these feelings are going to be equal to your imagined scenario. Your imaginary scenario signified that you have become this upgraded version of yourself, that you are now living a wonderful life. Everything is perfect in your life. So, of course, you're going to feel the equivalent emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment, confidence, and all these positive, elevated emotions. And the moment you start to feel these elevated emotions of gratitude, of joy, your healing begins. We have this stupid way of thinking that we need to await our healing or we need to await success from this three-dimensional reality in order to feel thankful, in order to feel grateful, joy, etc. But no, when you're creating your life from this wonderful human imagination, the first thing that you must do is embrace the emotions of that wonderful imagination. Only then your imagination will materialize into existence. So, the thing that you must get really good at is sustaining the elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, and empowerment, regardless of what happens in your three-dimensional reality. Because if you're always looking for confirmation, if you're always waiting for your healing to happen, when you do your meditation and you're just worried in your mind that, oh, am I healed? Am I healed? You're again losing the elevated emotions of gratitude, of joy, of empowerment. What you have to do is do the meditation and just open your eyes and assume that you have shifted, assume that it's done now, and try to sustain these elevated emotions throughout your day. Because the longer you can sustain these emotions, faster magic is going to happen. But it's such a paradox. You have to sustain these elevated emotions, only then visualization will materialize. But you cannot look for your visualization to actually occur because the visualization is going to occur in such an unexpected manner that you're just going to be surprised. Wow, my imagination really does wonders. It just comes in so unexpected ways that, okay, this principle really works. Imagination actually creates reality. The physical world is actually just an extension of my own mind. So please do not pay attention to the negative external events that are happening in your three-dimensional reality because I have already told you it is just an illusion. It is just a projection from your own bad state of mind. So just close your eyes, make your inner world of thoughts, feelings, mental imagery more real than the external world. Believe in your inner world more real than your external world. Assume that whatever you have done in your visualization will happen and simply live your life from that sustained emotions of joy, gratitude, and empowerment. That way, you are going to shift so fast that people are going to do think that you're doing something illegal to change your life, that you have found some secret of the universe and you actually have found the secret to the universe. So if you want to never experience panic attacks ever again, if you want your friends and family to stop worrying about you, if you want your ex-girlfriend or your ex-boyfriend or your competitors to look at you and be jealous about how good you are doing in your life, and regret that they ever messed with you. Just show up every day and do these three simple steps every day. At least as soon as you wake up in the morning, as you go to bed at night, whenever free time you get during the day, because the more you do this, the more proficient you get at holding your attention on the desired imaginary scenario to derive elevated feelings from it. Because right now your attention span is cooked. You have a shorter attention span than a goldfish because we have been bombarded with TikToks, with Instagram reels, with YouTube shorts, with instant gratification, with drugs, alcohol. Everything is taking attention away from us. So cut all of those things out and just close your eyes and pay attention to all of this three steps, and you will gradually lengthen your attention span. And one night, when you go to bed at night, doing these three simple steps, you can hold your attention on a particular imaginary scenario. You can impress this wonderful mental imagery and wonderful feelings. Don't forget about the feelings to your subconscious mind. And the next morning, you are going to wake up as a healed person, as a completely different version of yourself. So please do this for your own sake, or if you want to challenge me, if you want to prove me wrong, do that as well. I don't care. I'll stop making these kinds of videos if you prove me wrong by doing these three simple steps. Now, I have made a ton of different videos on how to completely overcome your panic attacks. But if you still feel like you cannot do it alone, then I have my Gmail, my WhatsApp, my Viber, my Telegram, my every contact information down in the description box down below. I will personally take your hand and deliver you from this anxiety and panic attacks. I'll make sure that you never experience panic attacks ever again. So, message me and we will do one-to-one online coaching. Now, you must remember sky is the limit once you truly know how to imagine correctly and feel the feelings from your desired imagination correctly. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.